Does rent control really work? I'm Juliette Lamar, and as your community reporter, I know that housing is one of the biggest issues we face here in our community. So today I sat down with a local economist and a tenant policy advocate to talk about the contested issue of rent control.
Even though it's a failure every time and every economist knows it's bad, almost every municipality has some form of rent control.
UCSB economics professor Dr. Peter Rupert tells me rent control is a big part of what's driving the housing crisis.
If landlords can't increase the rent to get the market rent, then they have no incentive to keep the place up. Developers have no incentive to build new housing.
Less housing and more demand cause rents to go up, according to Rupert. For cause policy advocate Frank Rodriguez, rent control is the best way to keep housing affordable.
People are being priced out of our community, and we want to limit the ability of corporations to be able to increase rents to the point that we're displacing our domestic workers, our service sector workers. We want to have a law that's going to protect those workers and allow them to stay to live here in Santa Barbara.
Currently, Santa Barbara does not have rent control, but that could change if Prop 33 passes in November, giving cities control over rental increase rates, which currently can be up to 10% a year. Professor Rupert and Rodriguez agree that housing is a major issue, but they have different ways of addressing it.
Like what landlords want is, market rent, and tenants need some help. It's solvable, okay? And number one, get rid of rent control. Get rid of telling land developers that 20% or 30% has to be below market. That's the same actually as rent control.
Instead, Rupert suggests expanding Section 8 housing vouchers and incentivizing landlords to accept them. For Rodriguez, the solution is capping rental increases to 2% a year on apartments built before 1995.
Because we believe that allows landlords to make the profit that they deserve, but at the same time allowing renting families to be able to plan out their life.
In Santa Barbara, Juliette Lamar, KSBY News.